Windy, 25 degrees tomorrow. More of the same on the way for Sunday, with the chance of some hail about the hills and southern suburbs. Those showers continuing into Monday before easing off on Tuesday. And look, after another cool start again next week, we might finally start to see some of that festive warmer weather later in the week, Edward.
Hopefully, Els, it's about time. Christmas is coming. Thank you. And thank you for joining us here this afternoon. It's now time for 9 News at 6.
9 exclusive, a remarkable story of survival. The elderly SA man who plunged over a 40-metre cliff but was able to hold on for dear life until help arrived. A northern suburbs pensioner robbed, his car trashed by armed home invaders. COVID cases rise again as we track towards the pre-Christmas peak. Driven to tears, residents plead for final South Road plans so they know their fate. And snake surprise, a local car owner's frightening find.
This is Adelaide's 9 News.
Good evening. A remarkable story of survival tonight. An elderly grandfather telling 9 News how he clung to a tree branch on the face of a Riverland cliff, hoping help would arrive in time. He plunged close to 20 metres, was badly injured and on the brink of a further fall.
Laying in a hospital bed, battered and bruised, Volker Hermot knows he's lucky to still be alive.
One move and I'm straight down the cliff.
The grandfather was bushwalking near cliffs close to Blanchetown when his hat blew off near the edge. He bent down and lost his footing, plummeting 20 metres.
All of a sudden I lost the balance straight forward into the cliff, and then I tumbled down.
Volker says he stopped his fall by grabbing onto a tree branch. He then activated the medical alert device he had in his pocket, warning his daughter in Adelaide something was wrong.
If I didn't have that with me, I wouldn't be here now, that's for sure. Because no one would have found me on the bottom of that ledge.
This is the call his daughter then made to 000.
SA ambulance, what is the exact address of your emergency?
I've got no idea actually. Sorry, my father's out bushwalking. He's 78 and he's got a pendant on him and it just keeps calling me that he needs help, that he's fallen. And I've tried to call him but he's not answering.
It all happened yesterday afternoon. Volker clung to the branch for 2 hours. One wrong move and he could have fallen a further 20 metres.
It was getting pretty hairy. It was pretty close to let go of.
But he held on, an army of emergency service workers banding together to winch him to safety before he was flown to the Royal Adelaide Hospital. All going well, Volker will be out of hospital tomorrow. He says he's feeling fit, but will give it a couple of weeks before he embarks on another bushwalk. Luck, a lifesaver for a man with plenty of life left in him.
It's a happy ending to a terrible story, isn't it?
Keziah Sullivan, 9 News.
A frail pensioner has told 9 News of the moment he fell victim to a terrifying home invasion at his retirement village. The 78-year-old, one of several victims targeted in a northern suburbs crime spree. Police so far arresting 2 teenagers, but more remain on the run.
The aftermath of a frightening night of crime, a large knife found inside a crashed car stolen during a terrifying home invasion. 78-year-old John Jonitz was sleeping inside his Ingle Farm home when thieves snuck in through the pensioner's back window.
And they went through the house, had a look around and computer's gone, wallet, phone. They got the key, which was in a drawer with my wallet, and they obviously then took the car.
Police swarming the retirement village where 2 people were seen scouring around elderly residents' homes before creeping into John's around 5:30 this morning.
Very unnerving, even though they didn't get in, but to think that somebody has tried to get into my place and then walked around the side and tried the back door as well.
But they're not the only ones caught up in the brazen string of break-ins. Electrical equipment was taken from this Ford sedan at Para Hills half an hour earlier before another car was targeted nearby.
Sounds like there was a gang going around for other suburbs as well as this one.
The crime spree all came to an end here in Salisbury East, where John's car was found dumped on the corner of McIntyre and Main North Road. Witnesses saw a driver run from the dumped car where 2 laptops were seized. Officers arresting 2 other men aged 17 and 18 over the theft nearby. But investigators believe more may be involved.
What happens, they get a slap on the wrist and sent on their way. Nothing happens to them.
Ainsley Kosh, 9 News.
South Australia's COVID wave is rising as we inch closer to Christmas. There have been 8,346 new cases recorded in the past week, a jump of more than 1,000. Recent forecasts suggest the peak will hit in the next week.
So the modelling that was released on Tuesday showed that everything that's been occurring up to this point has been largely in line with forecasts, which gives us confidence that the policy settings are the right ones.
PCR testing has also skyrocketed with a 21% increase on last week. A robbery victim's been rushed to hospital following a violent stabbing at Elizabeth Grove this afternoon. The 33-year-old claims he was approached by 2 men in a reserve off Moffin Road who demanded his wallet before stabbing him once in the back with a knife. Police and paramedics meeting him on Gunther Road at around 1:30 before he was rushed to the Lyle McEwen Hospital. His attackers remain on the run. A front-end loader has burst into flames in Rymel Park on the edge of the city. Witnesses say it was clearing tree clippings on Decateville Terrace when it caught alight. Firefighters racing to the scene just after 11:30 this morning. It's believed a mechanical fault sparked the blaze. A cloud of uncertainty still hangs over the heads of home and business owners, unsure if their properties will be bulldozed for the North-South Corridor upgrade. Many calling the project's final designs to be released before Christmas, the Premier promising they'll be delivered in December.
40 years of memories made in this West Hindmarsh home, now all in the firing line of the North-South Corridor upgrade. Owner George Savinsky's roots so strong on Jervois Street, his son even moved in next door 8 years ago.
I'm 72 years old, and when you've been here for half your life, it means a lot. And when you've got your family around you, it means a hell of a lot.
But it's residents like George who fear they'll still be left in the dark this Christmas, unsure if their homes will be bulldozed.